Some of the biggest figures in the music world are now facing serious scrutiny, and the extent to which some parents chase wealth and fame may leave you stunned. This is an account exploring claims that Usher's mother made controversial decisions that allegedly placed him in troubling environments, contributing to a wider pattern of exploitation involving young performers in Hollywood that critics say continues today. What exactly did Usher experience at Diddy's so-called flavor camp, and what allegations have surfaced regarding Diddy's interactions with minors?
Being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. Like, yo, man, I'm here to work, man. I ain't sang in a week. I mean, I'm 13 years old, and I'm telling him, look, you're gonna put me in the studio, man. You got Biggie Smalls in there, you got Craig Mack in there. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs? We would fight.
Usher first stepped into the music industry as a young kid being managed by his mom. Soon after, Usher gets Signeto La Rey, the same guy that would later sign Justin Bieber. Right after getting signed, however, Usher lost his voice, and this is when he and his woodmum would first meet Diddy. Diddy asked Usher's mom to let Usher live with him, and in exchange, he would help Usher out. Now, keep in mind that by now, everyone had an idea of the kind of person Diddy was, and it made no sense to let your 13-year-old son go live with a random stranger. Usher's mom, however, didn't really care what happened to Usher as long as she could make money from him and sent Usher to live with Diddy completely unsupervised. Rewrite any same number of word.
I don't care what they say, because they tried to push me out. They didn't want me in. They would actually say, you know, you're too close to the project. No, I'm not. Because remember, Usher went to stay with Puffy. Now that was a business decision right there, because I didn't know Puffy. I didn't know him.
How old was he?
Usher was 15. He lost his voice.
Physically or just?
You know, puberty. He's growing and he lost his voice. So he lost his range. So the record company felt like, okay, this is not a great investment. So Puffy was there, and I will never forget it. We had this conversation and he said, you're going to have to trust.
That choice was described as extremely difficult. Critics argue that instead of prioritizing what was best for her son, Usher's mother treated it as a career move, allowing her 13-year-old to live with someone many viewed as controversial within the music world. In later comments, she acknowledged she did not personally know Diddy or fully understand his intentions, yet she agreed to the arrangement. Serious allegations have circulated claiming that during that period Diddy exposed Usher to adult environments and inappropriate situations at what was referred to as flavor camp. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Usher reflected that his time there exposed him to mature experiences at a very young age. He described an atmosphere where adult behavior was common and unpredictable, saying there were often women present and that doors could open to scenes he was not prepared to witness as a teenager.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Usher did spend time living with Diddy, and when his debut project was released, Diddy reportedly leveraged industry connections to boost Usher's visibility. Some accounts claim that in exchange, Usher was expected to remain closely tied to Diddy's mentorship and follow his direction professionally. Around that period, long-running rumors began circulating about the nature of their relationship. For more than 2 decades, speculation has persisted, fueled by commentary from individuals said to be close to Diddy, including former security staff, as well as remarks Usher made in past interviews about being exposed to adult environments at a very young age. These claims describe behavior that critics consider inappropriate for a 13-year-old. Allegations have also surfaced suggesting that other young performers in the industry may have faced similar troubling experiences, though such claims remain strongly disputed.
I know, and people know, that was around in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know